who were prominent slaveholders in Mississippi. Have you ever wondered who the key figures were in the world of slavery in Mississippi during the American Civil War? The state was a major player in the institution of slavery, with a social and economic system that relied heavily on enslaved labor, especially on cotton plantations. Prominent slaveholders were typically wealthy planters who owned vast estates and hundreds of enslaved individuals. One of the most notable slaveholders was Joseph Davis, the older brother of Jefferson Davis. Joseph owned the Hurricane Plantation and enslaved at least 345 people, making him one of the largest slaveholders in Mississippi. His wealth and influence were significant during this time. Jefferson Davis himself, known as the President of the Confederate States of America, was another prominent figure. On his Mississippi plantation, he enslaved as many as 113 individuals. His political and military leadership was closely tied to the interests of those who owned enslaved people. Another important name is Wade Hampton III. While he is often associated with South Carolina, he had a substantial number of enslaved individuals in Mississippi as well, totaling 335 by 1860. He served as a Confederate lieutenant general and later became a United States senator and governor. In the Natchez area, which was one of the wealthiest cities in the United States at that time, there were about 40 wealthy planters who each owned 90 or more enslaved people. This concentration of wealth meant that a large portion of the enslaved population in Adams County was controlled by a few individuals. In fact, nearly 70% of the population in that area was enslaved. An unusual case in Mississippi was William Johnson, Jr., a free black man from Adams County. He owned 3 enslaved individuals and had substantial property. Unlike many free black slaveholders who often held enslaved relatives to protect them, Johnson was among the minority who acquired enslaved people for profit. He was a respected businessman in Natchez, owning various enterprises and hiring out his enslaved individuals for labor. The influence of these prominent slaveholders shaped the social environment of Mississippi during the Civil War era. Their wealth and power supported the Confederate cause, including the establishment of militia companies in places like Natchez. The concentration of enslaved individuals in the hands of a few wealthy planters highlighted the economic foundation of the state's commitment to slavery. In summary, the prominent slaveholders in Mississippi were primarily large plantation owners like Joseph Davis and Jefferson Davis, along with other wealthy planters in regions such as Natchez. Their economic power and social status were central to Mississippi's role in the Confederacy and the broader conflict over slavery during the American Civil War.